So ESPN is trashing the Broncos and explaining why the Bengals should be in the playoffs over the Broncos. Lordy, 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 what are we doing? Also, Sean Payton said ahead of our game versus them is that the Broncos are going to have to play the most perfect game of all time. They're going to have to play the best game they've played this season against us, which I'll be honest with you, with how our defense can play, I don't agree with that. I think you just got to play a pretty good game against our defense and you should be fine. The biggest issue for them is our offense is pretty damn good. So that's what I will say. And if you had Orlando Brown back in the mix at left tackle, then it will be really much better. Your biggest issue is the weather conditions if you're the Broncos, and then your defense. Because your offense is probably going to be able to move the ball fine. If you look at our track record versus rookie quarterbacks, we are absolutely horrendous. So, ESPN's Jeff Saturday said, ain't nobody trying to watch Bo Nix, a rookie quarterback, play over Joe Burrow. Everyone tuning in for Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, if they get in the playoffs, is a much better story. Ain't nobody want to watch a rookie quarterback up in the playoffs, man, come on. So, I disagree with that completely. I agree. I disagree. So, for Bengals fans, right, us watching it, I agree with that, right? I 100% agree with that. We'd rather see Joe Burrow and our team in there. But for people who aren't Bengals fans, I disagree with that. I think the story of a rookie quarterback taking a team that last 2 years with Russell Wilson was supposed to be like this dominant team and amazing team with Russell Wilson absolutely fall apart, and then a rookie quarterback takes that said team and takes them to the promised land. For a average football fan that's not a Bengals fan, that's actually more of a storyline, I would say, than Joe Burrow doing it. If you're not a Bengals fan. Now, if you're a Bengals fan, obviously like us, obviously, yeah, we'd rather see our team in there, let's be honest. But there's a lot of Bengals haters out there. And there's a lot of just absolute hatred toward us across the league, outside of just the NFL that hates us, but also a lot of fans hate us. So, yeah. And then if you're a Chiefs fan, I guarantee you'd probably rather have the Broncos in there than the freaking Bengals in there. If you're a Ravens fan or a Steelers fan, you'd probably rather have the Broncos in there than the Ravens in there. I'm sorry, than the Bengals in there. So, I mean, NFL team-wise, I think they'd rather have a rookie quarterback in there. Fan-wise, I agree 100% that, again, it's more entertaining to watch a Joe Burrow versus Patrick Mahomes game, a Joe Burrow versus, Lamar Jackson game, Joe Burrow versus Russell Wilson game. But at the same time, I don't know, because I'm trying to look at this from a non-biased point of view and look at this from like an actual, like an NFL fan who has no connection to the Bengals. And I feel like the idea of a rookie quarterback doing it is always interesting. Because we saw the same thing with last year with our, with CJ Stroud. The idea that CJ Stroud went into Cleveland and beat the Brownies and then followed that up by going ahead. Actually, he didn't go into Cleveland. He hosted Cleveland and beat the Brownies. And then to go following that up and then go ahead and go to Baltimore and for a little bit of the game, make it competitive. Like, that was an interesting concept. I feel like as football fans in general, whenever rookies are involved in the playoffs and they're doing good, and they actually have some realistic chance to win, it's just always interesting. But I do agree, the Joe Burrow, once he gets in, arc is absolutely unstoppable. Again, I'm just trying to look at this from a third-party point of view and not be biased. But, yeah, I mean, I will agree with Jeff Saturday that, it will probably be a better game if Joe gets in versus Bo Nix. But for the most part, it's going to be interesting no matter what. The playoffs will be very interesting. I think we will get in. I think Bo Nix and the Broncos will get hit out, which I don't think really should be seen as a negative thing for the Broncos, especially after the fact of what they overcame, and now that they have a franchise quarterback. I think, going into the season, the Broncos were projected to win 5 games, 5 to 7 games. And they overdid that, right? They overdid their projections. And they showed that, they're a lot better team than people give them credit for. So, I think, overall this season is a huge W no matter how it turns out for the Broncos. So, again, like I said, I know I'm all over this video. But I think I agree that, it's better to have the Bengals in there than to have that. But again, like I said, our defense sucks. So actually that would spark a better game. Then you'd have more of a shootout game. But yeah, I guess I agree with Jeff Saturday, but the unnecessary hate right before our game is just not really warranted. Like, let's not give them any firepower, ammunition going into this. Let's just keep it calm and collect. We already know how the Bengals play against rookie quarterbacks. We're not good. We're awful against rookie quarterbacks. So let's just have everything be as civil as possible and get through this game. And I think we're going to win. And I think we're going to go to the playoffs. But, let's just kind of keep it calm, cool, and collect, okay? Who dey? Who dey?